saying that we were about to. Oh yeah, I was going to tell a quick story before the beer bit
Oh
comes
yeah,
up.
right. Yes, that's
The
correct.
beer bit, which is real and not
Yeah.
not a fake.
Not a phony thing. Not phony.
Because you mentioned horses in the city.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, my wife and my sister and I went down to the city to see Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull.
Excellent, man.
Yes, thank you. To do Thick as a Brick.
Oh.
Thick as a Brick live, which if you're a Tull fan, Thick as a Brick is like a
ultimate.
huge. It's like if you're the Who fan, Tommy is like.
Right.
I think this is kind of similar.
You have to see it.
So he did Thick as a Brick 1 and Thick as a Brick 2, the new Thick as a Brick, the new version, part 2. So it was a really cool show. So we get down to the city, we take the train down and come out of Grand Central, and we're going to get a cab to the theater.
Yeah, right, okay.
Which was the
the
Beacon Theater.
Yeah, okay, right, yeah.
But then we see this guy. There's they got the horses there. I was thinking maybe we could take a horse ride.
Yeah, you got the
And then we see this bicycle guy. And
what's that got to do with it? What's the bicycle guy got to do with it?
I'm asking my technical advisor if we are back.
I sure as hell hope so.
No, who knows? So anyway, yeah, we see this guy. He's a bicycle guy. He's got a bike, and it's got a carriage thing behind it, and you can sit in it. You can hold 3 people.
Yeah.
So me, my wife, and my sister. That's quite a bit of weight. Not that.
Not them.
Not that we're all massive, but I mean it's. So we figure, let's take the bike ride. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And there's 3 of us, and it's a special night, so I'm thinking, yeah, it's probably going to come to like $75.
Yeah, right.
$100.
Yeah.
The guy was really nice. He was very friendly, very knowledgeable. So we're going along. It was like a half-hour ride at least, maybe a little longer. And this poor guy's pedaling up the hills and shit, and we're all sitting there saying to ourselves, well, we'll have to give this guy a good tip because he's really working hard. And he was very informative. He's telling us all kinds of stuff. Really cool. So then we get there. And we hop out, and then we say, okay, how much do we owe you? And I figured he's going to say, 65, 75, maybe 80.
At the most.
It's the city,
Yeah.
So you expect to pay $100 for water. So then he turns around and he goes, and then the first inkling that there was a problem came when he turns around and goes, well, let me explain how this works. And I'm thinking, oh no, what does that mean? So then he's got this thing that looks like, you never see those pictures of Einstein with all the equations on the blackboard?
Yeah.
It's almost as complicated as that.
Yeah, a big computer monitor.
It's like, it's so much per long block, so much per short block, so much per mile, so much blah, 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 per person. So then he turns around and he says to me, that would be like $270 or $320. It was a ridiculously high amount, and I was like,
what the hell?
Are you talking American dollars? Are you serious?
Wait, are pesos here or what?
Now my wife is an accomplished black belt. She has a lot of
cool stuff.
I was going to say trophies.
Yes, exactly.
She used to compete all the time.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
but she's still pretty dangerous when she gets pissed off. So she starts freaking out. She's like, what the hell? Are you out of your mind? Because then later on we heard that this is a big scam going on down there. So we worked out a deal with the guy. Make a long story short, he almost got killed. I told this guy, I said, if I were you, I would make some kind of deal because
your toast is gone.
Piss my wife off here. This is not healthy for you, sir. I was just trying to be helpful.
Your pumpernickel is toast.
So he's waiting for us to pull money out, and I got like $50 on me that I want to get a shirt and something.
Yeah. You already got the tickets for the show.
So yeah. So I'm thinking, I'll give him something.
Yeah.
So we ended up giving him, I don't know, I guess we gave him 120 or 150 or something like that. But I could have been more than that, I don't think. And then we just said, here you go, dude. You're sunk. I felt bad, but he freaking ripped us off, really.
Yeah, let me get out the computer-generated details. Any elevation over 2
just
feet.
Just a warning to anybody going to New York City, or maybe other cities too, but in the city, check the card on the side of that thing that shows you how much it's going to be, because it is going to be expensive.
The horses are cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no question about it.
Oh, yeah, man.
But they want to get rid of all them because they think it's an abuse.
It took like 45 minutes to get there. Yeah. We took a cab back on the way back.
10 minutes.
$5, $6, and in 8 minutes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's obviously a problem with the bicycle transportation in New York City. Anyway.
Can you imagine our software crashed before?
Yeah.
That is outrageous.
What's with that anyway? Let's piss off. Let's call up Bill Gates. Maybe somebody can. How about somebody else? I hear Bill Gates has got this big major foundation. You know, he sends all this money overseas. What about sending a little money our way?
I just we can talk about Bill Gates in depth in another show, but I just am not a fan of
Me neither.
Of Bill Gates.
I like AT&T years ago. Ma Bill. It was cheaper.
I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean.
It's archaic.
All right, so now we would like to present you with our first beer review for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, excellent beer, by the way, folks.
And for our first beer, we chose the mother of all Pilsners.
Absolutely.
Pilsner Urquell from the Czech Republic.
Actually, the best beer on the planet.
Apparently, these people in Czechoslovakia, or in the Czech Republic,
they know their
beer. They are not messing around. They know their beer.
And they've been doing it for a long, long time.
Yeah. All right, so without further bullshit.
Bullshit might be appropriate for our show.
Well, yeah. Here it goes. Tim and I here for a little St. Patrick's Day fun.
Hello, folks.
I've got my see-through green shirt on. You can even see through my bottle. Can you see through your bottle?
Yes, I can see through my bottle also.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think about it. We are drinking a qualified beer here from, where's it? Prairie, Urquell. One of our beers, one of the beers here are represented by our fine quality beers from Europe.
I've got my lucky shirt on.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
I drink beer and you can't see it going down.
What if you could see it going down?
That'd be kind of weird.
That'd be really cool.
It'd be a little gross, actually.
Yeah, well, you can watch all the processes.
All right, so it's St. Patrick's Day, and we have this beer, Pilsner Urquell, Dave Peck's favorite beer. Dun, dun, dun. Pilsner Urquell. Not a sponsor of the show in any way.
No.
They've actually never even heard of us.
No, but maybe they'll mail us a...
Well, maybe after this review, this positive review, maybe they'll send us a...
Because it has a good bouquet.
Opener.
You know, the beer's been around since 1842, so they've probably been doing something right.
Apparently, yeah. Pilsner Urquell, brewed in Pilsen, Czech.
Yeah.
Used to be called Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, right, exactly. The nice thing about this beer, though, is they've kept the same quality, where a lot of the beers have changed.
It's the original. In 1842, the Citizens Brewery of Pilsen brewed the world's first golden Pilsner and never stopped. We make it in the same way, in the same place, with 100% of our ingredients from the same farming regions in Czech, as always.
Yeah, you would think that after a while, doing it the same way, you get kind of
this is a pretty good beer.
I like it. I could drink many of these.
And what does it remind you of? Does it remind you of another beer?
Spaten tastes the same. Spaten from Germany tastes exactly.
Does it remind you like of an American beer?
Maybe Budweiser, but you take the rice out of the Budweiser.
Yeah, it has. Bud has more of a. Maybe it's the hops, but it has more of a. Well, I think it's more carbonated than this is.
Yeah, and also much cheaper.
Well, it is that. It is that.
A lot cheaper.
It certainly is that.
It doesn't cost as much as this. This actually cost about $10 a six. You can probably get twice that many Budweiser cans. You know, I mean, as far as I know.
Probably get a 12-pack.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I prefer the imports. They have a certain mystique about them.
It's no Dinkelacke or dark though.
Oh, you know, maybe to say good actual color. The bottles are a good color.
It's it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Molson Light. It's like a light golden beer. Molson is a little.
It's got a little more bite.
It's got more bite. It's got different hops.
Yeah.
This has got those
hops.
Those hops.
Yeah. Have you heard about that?
Czech hops.
Oh, Czech hops.
Not Chekhov.
Chekhov.
Something different.
Yeah. That's known as that's a futuristic beer.
Maybe that's what we should call our segment, Beer Trek.
Yeah. The headless beer drinker.
Do you think the audience will like the headless me?
The headless man. Was this the Legend of Sleepy Hollow?
I'm trying to see if I can. See, it looks like there's nothing there, but there actually is. Just in case. And this, by the way, is good until February 7th. 17. Hey, wait a minute.
That's like, you gotta get rid of this
This
stuff.
is over. Tim, this beer is out of date.
This beer has been beer.
We should call over. You know, we can do that. We can make an internet call to Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, we can do that with beer. We send them an email and ask them some pertinent questions about whether they were shut down during the wars or something. That'd be pretty cool. And find out some cool information about beer.
It's a very transparent effort to see if they'll send us some kind of trinket. You just want an opener.
Exactly. Yeah. Ask them blatantly. We want an opener.
You are so transparent.
This is screwdriver's not working anymore.
It's a clever ruse, but I saw right
the
through
age
it.
of 21 only.
Oh.
So that means if you're...
How the hell did you get it?
I bought it. They looked at me and said, oh, okay, no problem.
They saw money coming in and they're like,
Not a problem, man.
They should have said, this guy doesn't look stable. We shouldn't be giving him any kind of alcohol. So let's say happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
To all those friends Leonados.
Run out and, I don't know what to say now. So I guess this is the end of this.
Yeah, well, you know.
But, so every... Uh-oh.
Could be serious.
I've swilled upon myself.
Oh, you... Hey, man,
Take me anyway.
in accordance to the Surgeon General. Why? Nobody else knows this information? When
We
you
pretty much covered this Pilsner.
We have another bottle, by the way. We have one more each left.
Well, yeah, but that's not part of this video.
There's not?
No, I'm going to edit that out.
Oh, I
Maybe I'll
get rid of
maybe I'll
it.
leave it in. If I leave it in, it'll be like an inside thing.
Inside edition?
How we do things.
Inside edition strikes the information tonight. Pilsner Urquell. Is it beer or is it not?
Next week, inside the camel's ass. No one knows why. No one knows why.
And no one's been in there to check it out.
No, well, that's the thing. It's only a theory because nobody wants to.
Nobody wants to investigate the possibilities of what
Alright,
it is.
so thanks for watching Mike and Tim's beer trek.
Beer trek story.
Or beer hunter. I don't know what we'll call it. Maybe we won't call it beer trek.
We'll just call it beer.
We'll call it something to do with beer.
Something to do with beer.
Something to do with beer. Maybe that's what we'll call it. Alright, so we really milked this one dry. Thanks for watching, and more ridiculous nonsense is more than likely on the way. Okay, we're back. And
that was our beer review.
that was our first beer review.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't actually spend that much time talking about the beer.
we actually was tasting the beer.
We
Because
did-
that's
we
kind
were
of what
drinking the
beer.
beer.
That's kind of what a beer review is about.
That was a live beer drinking. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't like no fake thing where we were holding up empty bottles. Those were
The best part about that is actually physically trying the beer, because I have traveled around the world quite a bit. In this way, we can
stop
actually.
bragging.
Well, I have. This way, it could give us a actual physical element of what we're doing, as opposed to buying beer someplace and going, "Oh, let's try that," when you actually haven't been there where the beer is actually produced. Oh, a much better type thing.
Yeah. Okay. So next episode, next month,
We'll try another beer.
we'll do another beer. And,
Yeah.
oh man, we gotta go through all this again.
I guess we have
This
to.
is a
Yeah,
lot of work.
we're definitely not going to do Budweiser.
People don't realize how lucky they are that we don't charge for this. Actually, we don't realize how lucky we are that we don't charge for it because nobody would pay for it. But my point is, it's a lot of work.
Because when they start paying for it,
It's a
then
lot
we're
of
going
fun.
to wonder what the heck's wrong.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a lot of different things, and hopefully most of it will be funny. Be some sneak peeks of the new Sergeant Sleeves album coming up
Oh, good. Yeah.
toward the very end of the show.
Isn't
Very
Sergeant
quick sneak peeks in case.
Sergeant Sleeve stuff, wasn't that like 1982 or 3 or something like that?
No, that was 1986.
Oh, hey, all right.
Well, that's when it started.
Oh, that's what it
But this
started.
is new stuff. This isn't stuff from there. This is
Oh,
stuff that was recorded.
1989.
No, like within a year ago. Well, maybe 2 years. I've got a lot of stuff in various stages of completion.
The Sergeant Sleeves, I understand they were a very famous band in the local area here there years ago.
They were well known in their circles.
It depends on
In their circles.
depends on how much circling we are
Wasn't
actually
a-
talking
It was
about
not
here.
a huge circle. Although, you know,
It could have been like an off ramp on an interstate, but hey, it was a fairly good sized circle.
One time I used to work at Radio Shack years ago, and I was playing one of those tapes at work, and a guy walks in. These two guys, they were in some kind of band, young guys.
Yeah,
nothing. They weren't like
famous.
They weren't like from Twisted Sister or anything.
Yeah,
or something. And one guy's like, "Oh, that sounds like so and so from such and something band. Yeah, he's pretty good." I was like, smiling a little bit because they're talking about the guys. They said to me, "Who is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's a friend of mine, a guy I know." Like, "Oh, that dude's pretty good."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I wanted to." I was like, "Yeah, he's all right. You know, I think I'm better than him myself." But yeah, I'm gonna be previewing some of that, and we have right now though we have something really cool coming up, which we'll have on probably every show, depending on. Our producer, Bob Frankenbush.
Oh, yeah, the guy behind the screen. Yeah, he's always behind the
man behind the curtain.
Yeah, the man behind the curtain.
Literally.
He never shows himself.
People don't realize we have a curtain behind us right now.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the wall. It's the curtain behind us on the other side of the wall, outside 2 feet of snow.
You know what I might do sometime? I'll do a studio tour. I'll do a little tour of the studio. I'll show my guitars.
Yeah.
For people who are.
Yeah, because you're such an acclaimed musician.
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to brag about that too much, but I think it's a great idea.
Please don't say that. What I was gonna say was, no, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, go ahead anyway.
But
say something.
I'll say something.
Oh, something.
Oh,
there you go.
No, yeah.
Okay, next subject.
So yeah, I'll do a little. I'll just what I was gonna say was I'll show some of the work I've been doing on some of my guitars, some of my older guitars.
Excellent.
Sanding up the fretboards, polishing the frets. Oh, they're like butter, baby. Oh, so smooth.
Hey, buddy, you want to come over and sand up my fretboard? I think it'd be great. That's a great thing if you're single like I am. You know, you could like have some, friends.
A lot of people now have just realized why you are single. Well, and also because you have antlers sticking out of you.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it is.
But you're not going to get into a relationship with a girl with antlers.
Well,
they're scary looking.
I rub them together, and it's amazing how many people show up to talk to me.
So what did we say we were doing?
I don't know. Check our schedule. At the show here, we actually have a schedule of things we need to do, but we deviate sometimes.
But yeah, so you can see how difficult this is putting up with Tim. Holy shit.
Poor bastard.
All right, so Bob Frankenbush Haiku, read by Psychic Bob.
Oh,
coming up right now.
Excellent idea.
Well, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, here we go. Let's roll that beautiful haiku footage.
Psychic Bob here with another Mike and Tim haiku. This here one's by Bob Frankenbush. A summer's day. Sadly mistaken. I let my swatter fly. Oops. Fuck nuts. Butterfly dies. See you later.
And we're back.
Hi, everybody. Hey, I hope everybody
forgot.
That's
step 4.
That's a great haiku.
Isn't it? You like that one?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize the whole.
I like the one about the plumbing. The plumbing one?
No.
We'll do that one next month.
The one about the plumbing?
Something for people to look forward to, like, oh God, I gotta tune in and hear that. Probably not. So we want to talk about some of these YouTube wackos right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So here we are in front of the planet. Now, as most of our listeners know, the Earth is actually round. Although it's not perfectly round. It's not an absolute perfect sphere. It's a bit oblongish.
But just viewing this.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, right? Viewing this, you could say round.
It does tend to be more round than flat.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you were to go on YouTube and have some fun, looking around, you'll find there's no shortage of conspiracy theories to check out.
Right.
Some more believable than others, like the crowd that thinks we never went to the moon.
Right.
Or the crowd that thinks we go to the moon all the time, and we've gone to Mars and Jupiter as well. And they all have their proof.
No question about it. I've seen it. I've been there.
So the flat Earth people are really a lot of fun to have fun with, and they what they do is they, there's a lot of channels they get tons and tons of views, which is really why I think it's really being done. I don't think most of these people actually really believe this stuff.
They're looking for.
They've got these really clever videos that sort of purport to put out information and scientific proof, and all this is bullshit. I mean, it is 100% bullshit. Because what they do is they lay out something as if it's one piece of truth or evidence, and then they say, well, this is true, and then they go on to another thing, and none of it's true.
It makes no sense.
I mean, it's like if there's no space, there's no satellites. How come GPS works? And this guy writes back and says, oh, it works for the cell phone towers. Really?
Well, wait a minute, dude. They've already been up there a long time ago. Just think about it this way. We have a beer coaster here. This beer coaster is round. Most of the people in the flat earth think this.
What do you...
They fall off.
Yeah, they think there's a wall.
Yeah.
And that the wall is guarded by the military. All the militaries of the world work together to guard the wall so regular citizens don't see it. Really?
Yeah.
Come on. And there are people on there arguing back and forth. And some of them sound so sincere. It really sounds like there are a few morons who really do believe this shit.
They get sucked into the mentality.
Yeah,
of stupidity.
I think that's what it is it's something fun. It's something clever to look at. It's like a pseudo documentary, except it's all bullshit.
Oh, I was there last week on the wall and I fell off. That doesn't make any sense.
So if I can, while you're pretending to talk about important stuff here,
it's absolutely.
I'm going to pull that site up because we ran out of time.
Yeah, it's absolutely ludicrous. The idea that the Earth is flat. You've got these guys traveling years ago by boat. They go to the New World, or what they called the New World from Europe, because everybody thought the world was flat then. Well, guess what, dude? It ain't happening. 1462, whatever the hell that is, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Well, guess what? He got to the end of the world and he kept right on going. All the idiots back home said, oh my God, he's lost. He's fallen off the edge of the earth. He's like, hey guys, guess what? There's a whole lot more going on out there than all these goofballs that are on YouTube that are thinking that the earth is flat. Well, why don't they just leave? Why don't they get to their special place?
Indeed.
In the YouTube world and fall off. That way we don't have to deal with them anymore. We don't have to check. We don't have to pay for their welfare checks.
Tim, you're doing a great job of pretending to talk about something important while I work on this.
Well, just think about it. Just think, all these people think the world is flat are probably collecting,
About 2 years ago, in late 2014, early 2015, I was exposed to the flat earth theory. Though at the time I was intrigued by the idea, I still
got rid of that. Flat earth? Really? Really?
You got to be out of your freaking mind. Yeah. This is our opinion.
It's the truth.
Yeah. Flat earth. Okay.
How come nobody can see us? Wait a minute.
Oh. Serious problem.
What am I doing?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, so I made a boo-boo somewhere.
Yeah.
So all right, let's just apparently we can still be heard. So
okay.
So here is the new standard map of the world, and since this map is on flat paper, they are arguing. Basically, that is their argument, since it looks better on flat paper than it does on the globe.
Because it's easier to perceive.
Because it isn't really a globe; it's the flat Earth.
It's so much. Oh, when you went to grade school,
flat Earth.
What did you see when you went to grade school? Did they give you a flat sheet of paper and say, "Hi, here's the flat Earth"? Or did they show you a globe? And you said, "What a concept! It's round. I think I can agree with that. What a concept!" But these people, in their flat mentality, they probably have a bunch of flat kids.
Ah, there we are.
Oh.
Look what I just fixed it on the fly.
Good.
That is live TV, man. You see, you'll never get that on
ABC.
these pre-recorded stuff.
Right.
This is live. Isn't that exciting?
The new standard map of the world. This is like from 1880 or something, isn't it? Isn't this? Oh, wait a minute.
So yeah, if you go to the site, you can watch this nonsense of.
It is also hidden in plain sight.
There's somebody pointing at a map. Now this person is probably not even saying that. Who are they?
It's Oprah and somebody else behind there.
Yeah. See, there's something funny going on. What is Oprah doing, sneaking in there? One of those elitists.
She's probably talking about the flat Earth.
Maybe there is a conspiracy going on.
You never know.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
So
So
this is one of the flat Earth people we have right here. This person with the glasses on who assumes that everything's completely flat.
well, you know what happens when you assume.
You make lousy assumptions, and therefore it's a conspiracy.
Yeah. So anyway, the gist of the thing is that they have all kinds of ridiculous scientific proofs. Like if you go up and the astronauts, what they saw, if they saw anything, is they saw a curvature caused by the atmosphere bending the light.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, I almost don't want to recommend anybody go look at this stuff because, you should probably, it'd be better off if you played our stuff over and over. Yeah, give us some plays because these guys don't need any more plays.
Well, look at it this way. If the astronauts are coming back to Earth, they shouldn't have had any problem at all landing anywhere because everything's flat.
Here's an example. If I don't know if you can't see it because Tim's in the way.
Oh,
Tim.
oh, shut up.
But anyway, this particular video was uploaded a month and a half ago. They've already got almost 200,000 views and 3,700 likes.
What do they got? What do they got? Like massive amounts of stupid people?
So, I mean, I think it's just people looking for something to watch.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. But
what's the percentage of those people who are watching this actually believe that if you go up in an airplane and you fly over something, it's going to be flat?
Well, I really think that these people, once they see our show, they're going to be
educated beyond relief.
They're going to be really excited, and they're going to think, oh, we don't have to watch the Flat Earth anymore. We got the Mike and Tim.
Because those guys know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
As opposed to these other people who are just completely.
They might say that.
Completely ignorant of life on the planet.
They might say something else, but
well, that's just the way it is.
But
sorry.
We're probably very polarizing. There's not too many people that are just like, oh, it's either they're okay or no, they were absolutely awful.
They were the most disgusting prevents on the entire planet.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
Well, I would, because I'm just cut and dry.
Well,
you're right. They're wrong.
You're something else, ain't you? All right, so here we are with a map of the Appalachian Trail.
Oh yeah.
And
something close to my heart.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
what topic are we going to be talking about as far as this goes?
So I don't know. You tell me. You're the AT guy.
Well, me being the Appalachian Trail expert, of course.
Are we going to get a weather report and a traffic report?
Kind of an idea, yeah.
It's going to be like a monthly kind of
congealment of facts.
A regular
feature on
regular
the Mike
feature
and Tim show, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe if some of your hiker friends want to send in some pictures, some funny pictures,
we can use them on the show.
Ones that aren't, too
risque.
Nothing too risque.
Oh, risque.
Yeah.
Don't send any.
Well, I mean, they can send them, but we
might not exactly load them up.
Use them up on the show. So so you're gonna give us the old traffic and weather report.
Well, actually, see if you notice on here, I'll have to slide out of the view just for a moment.
You have to notice back there. Don't point at the TV.
Yeah, here we go. You notice down here as we move along. Oh, there we go. There we are, right there. That's Georgia. Right now in Georgia, lots of people are starting the trail down there.
Right now?
It's really cold. Really cold down there in Georgia, in this area. Can you imagine? And not everybody likes to do this. You have to take a dump in the woods. And you come across the outhouse, it's got a metal seat. And the metal seat is cold because the temperature's been 15 degrees that night. And you've got to sit your buns down in a
unwarmed, unheated outhouse seat. It's made of metal. Your cheeks might sear themselves to the actual seat, and you can't get out of the outhouse until you warm up the actual seat.
So is this something that you use to encourage people to take up hiking?
Absolutely. My advice is to people, preheat the seat.
Why don't they do something like that, like a solar heated seat, solar seat?
It can be simple.
Hey, that might be a new invention.
A couple of batteries on the top of the ceiling.
A solar seat.
A solar seat for the outhouse. Warm your cheeks, you're good to go. I don't know. Anyway, that's the essence of the report.
I think we might have a new invention there. The solar seat.
You knock
a solar heated toilet seat.
You knock down the seat. It activates the solar. It warms the seat in 5 minutes. Your cheeks are fine.
Is that what it is?
Yep, that's the way it works.
But what if you had like a mirror so it reflected the sunlight up through the bowl up onto your
situation,
up onto your nether regions? That would it would warm you up.
Yeah. No sense having. Yeah, that'd be great.
You just need some mirrors.
Yeah.
Do you,
You'd have to have
think you can get some mirrors?
Yeah, you'd have to have position down in there in the actual outhouse area.
Is this something that we can get at the local shelter?
Absolutely.
Well, no, I wouldn't even go there.
No, maybe not.
No, let's not go there.
No. Anyway.
All right, so I just talked to my wife, who is our quality control expert, and I figured out about it. If you've been listening, and the bits we've been playing have an echo to them, hopefully I've got it fixed in this next bit here.
Because we're just echo quality.
Well, exactly.
It's like we're in a man cave.
Exactly. This is kind of like a cave. What is this room that you figure like 6 by 10?
No, it's more like 8 by 10.
Yeah, so it's a big rectangle, and we've got our own built-in echo. We don't need any extra. All right, so coming up now is Detective Dick, The Adventures of Detective Dick, one of our best bits.
Premier bits.
Stop stomping on the floor. You're shaking everything.
Ooh.
You obviously didn't read the operations manual as to studio etiquette. You're also not allowed to put your glasses up on your forehead like that either.
Suck off. Well, that makes the second time we've crashed here in the entire show. I'm highly disgusted about this. We'll have to call Bill Gates' assistant about this crashing experience.
Well,
because he has nothing to do with it.
We're really pushing not only this computer, but this software. This is open source software. So it's free.
It's called dead software.
It's pretty good software in most respects. So I just got to fine tune things. So sorry about that. Hopefully everybody was able to reconnect.
We really do appreciate it if you do come by and stay with us in our initial show broadcast. It means so much to us. We put so much time into this.
All right, so
our heart and soul goes out to everybody because
okay, so
we've done this for so
now
long.
We're going to play the bit, Detective Dick bit, and I'm going to turn off the monitor, which should eliminate the extra echo, the unwanted echo, as opposed to the built-in echo, which is designed to be there.
Oh, okay.
But when you have the unwanted echo and the built-in echo, you have way too much echo.
Yeah, it's echo.
It's like Uber echo.
Uber echo.
Yeah, that's an actual technical term.
Yes, German. Uber
Studio
echo.
term. Mike and Tim here with another top 5. Top 5 worst dictators in history.
Yes, that's the way it goes.
In order of how many people they've slaughtered. So honorable mention goes to Leopold II of Belgium, Tim. Have you ever heard of him?
He was a nasty man.
Yeah, apparently he's responsible for somewhere between 2 and 15 million deaths.
How come they can't figure out how many more?
Apparently it's just not enough deaths for anybody to worry about, apparently.
Well, what happened was they probably had no record of all the people that he offed.
Could be.
No.
Could be.
No.
Coming in next is everybody's friend, the failed artist.
The failed artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only he had been a better artist, none of that stuff might have happened.
They could have said, okay there, Hitler, you're in the art academy, not a problem. You go right on through, go to the top of your class there, your art's pretty good,
and you don't have to go on and create all kinds
I
of
think
turmoil.
they got suspicious of him. They told him, they said, you know, you need to get the hell out of here because your paintings are odd. Even his painting of fruit, still life, was probably scary and violent. You know.
I'm a better artist than that freak was ever. No question about it. I could like do fruit and still life. I'm a much better artist than he was. His drawings were.
Yeah, I am painting a little worm coming out of this apple. Yeah.
Who's next on our list of disrespectful?
Next,
Cupids?
I've got a list of here. Runner up, of course, Joseph Stalin, and Hitler, by the way, was 17 million deaths.
Yeah.
Stalin apparently 23
is
million
around,
deaths.
Well, wow. What did the guy do?
He was a sick guy. He starved a whole shitload of people in Ukraine. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, well,
By a whole shitload, I mean like hundreds of thousands, if not a couple million.
a whole shitload. A whole shitload can mean a lot of people. You know, I mean,
Indeed,
Indeed
it could.
how do you define a whole?
So here is
shitload?
okay. So moving on to number one, the most deadliest dictator, of course, everybody's friend, Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong.
Dumb.
I thought it was Zedong. Mao Zedong.
Yeah, it's Mao Zedong, but maybe it's Mao Zedong. Zongdong.
So this dipshit is responsible for anywhere between 49 and 78 million deaths.
Yeah, down the tube.
It's pretty disturbing that they don't even have an accurate number.
Yeah, I would
You know?
agree with you. I mean, what's the why? Why? How can they like estimate that? 49 to 79? I mean, 49 to 78 people croaked, toast, killed.
Just recently, I read about a guy in China who had the temerity to criticize Mao, and was punished for it.
Really?
So Tim and I, right?
Yes.
We would like to stand
In
in solidarity.
solidarity.
Actually,
Absolutely.
we're not going to stand up because then you wouldn't be able to see.
Then you have to sit down.
Yeah, but you know, we're standing in spirit
Exactly.
for that guy whose name escapes me. But I'm going to look it up. We'll have more to say about this Mao Zedong fellow. Or, you know what? First of all, what is this? Is it Mao Zedong or is it Mao Zedong?
Mao Zedong. Oh, it sounds like some sort of very nice restaurant. What do you say we go to the Mao Zedong later, dear? Yes.
He is responsible for the Great Leap Forward. You know, they call
Yeah,
it
a lot
special
of
plans.
They creeped forward and he killed a whole shitload.
Apparently,
of
the
people.
Great Leap Forward required getting rid of a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a shame, isn't it?
That's not a leap forward. That's a murder.
It's
everybody.
actually not that funny, is it?
No, definitely not. There's
What
nothing
is
funny.
kind of funny is why did anybody ever allow such assholes to gain power?
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
There it is again. The whole concept of you have a bunch of sheep and you got to get up. A guy gets on top of a box and starts yelling and screaming, and all these people go, "Oh, what a great idea!"
History's worst, deadliest dictators.
Pricktators.
Biggest douchebags ever. That's a good
Yes.
title.
Yes.
Biggest douchebag. That actually doesn't really cover it either, though.
No, that doesn't. No, they're just scum. Scum.
People,
Scum.
You got a new song going there?
Yeah, scum.
Okay, so I cut that short because it was freaking out.
Yeah, there's problems
And I'm looking down at the CPU and it's like, come on, slow down.
Ah,
All right, that's a little
55.
better. All right, so that was actually the wrong bit anyway.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Instead of Detective Dick, that was Top 5 Dicks,
Yeah.
which was my shortcut for dictators.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
But here's a little thing I just made up before the show.
That's one of the top dicks.
Here is like the top dick, Mr. Mao, responsible for some 40 million deaths, and he is considered really happening by a lot of people over there. Not all of them,
No.
but recently there's a guy named Deng Zhao, professor. I forget his name. It's up in our bit. Anyway, he made fun. Well, he didn't make fun. He criticized Mao, who died in '76. After killing some 40 million people or more in the Great Leap Forward.
Yeah, the Great Leap Forward was killed a lot of people who went backwards.
Little loser, huh? So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to make fun of him? Because what happened was when he did this, he lost his job, and he got in a lot of trouble. And then these the party faithful actually rioted in the streets. They had all these people rioting, beating up old people in the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
It's all planned demonstration crap.
Yeah, right. That's just so much crap.
I found myself thinking, man, I wish I had been there and watched see one of these people beating on some old person in front of me. You know, grab the nearest board and
Whack 'em.
you just think of your mom at a time
Yeah,
like that. And you're like,
absolutely.
Like hell.
Yeah.
So anyway, I created this graphic here, and I thought I would put it on the website eventually for free download. Maybe we'll email a copy of it to the
Chinese embassy.
Beijing embassy. Maybe they might like to have it.
Yeah.
So feel free to download it when it is downloadable, and send it to your friends. And yeah, it's just really disgusting. These freaking
Because
scumbags.
you look at this and all these great, a lot of people think he's such a wonderful guy. But the information is now out there because of the internet on the numbers of people he eliminated. It is great leap forward, but unfortunately we're going backwards. Let's take everybody's stuff. But we'll kill your parents in the process, but don't worry about it.
Indeed.
Well, it's a great leap forward.
So so there he is.
That's a number 10 you got there. You poked him right in the eye with your
right in the eye.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Useless piece of crap.
Yeah, he's a okay, so it seems like we forgot to do something.
I don't know. There's something on our list we wanted to cover
Oh
tonight.
yeah, you know what I wanted to mention was on YouTube there are a couple of other Mike and Tim type
We
channels.
heard, current
This
idea.
is really disturbing. I had to send some of them a message, and hopefully they realize that this is a comedy show, because I did officially warn them that Mike and Tim might take official action.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I made it pretty obvious that we were just kidding around, but I did suggest that they might want to change their names.
Yeah, like the Jeff and Harry show or something.
Jeff and Harry, Gunther and
Smithies.
Stanley, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Joey
this,
Schmo.
this Mike and Tim stuff. But in any case, we already have way more plays than they do, and
Therefore, they could just go on the wayside.
we are not going to stand for this Mike and Tim clone nonsense. We are removing dumb pet videos from the internet as we speak.
There's too many of them.
Oh, you know what I should say too is we
Go
want to
ahead.
tell everybody that somehow we have convinced Mr. Google that we are the new kings of internet
We're
comedy.
on the top of the heap.
If you Google the new kings of internet comedy, guess who shows up?
Us.
I swear to God. At least it has been. Let us know if it's not. Now, if everybody goes and Googles it, that'll just reinforce it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty clever, right? But it's true. I can pull it up right now.
Yeah, we're on the top of the heap, the cream of the crop, the golden part of the corn, the squash of your perfection, any kind of farm analogies we can think of
What the
here.
hell are you talking about? What is that?
The top of your stink of your chicken shit.
Yeah, can you imagine that? You know, I had a comment I wrote down about the flat Earth people. You know, and thinking about these chicken shit snorters. Say what you want about these flat Earth people, but I bet a lot of them ain't snorting chicken shit up their nose. So that puts them one step above. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, hey, it's something to brag about if you are a flat Earth person. Hey, at least I'm not sticking chicken shit up my nose.
Yeah.
And then who wouldn't say, well, yeah, absolutely.
You know what the problem with those chicken shit snorters are? They're probably old toters. That's probably what it is. They're using that as a substitute.
Toters?
Yeah. They're probably like doing lines of chicken shit.
Lines of chicken shit.
Yeah.
You
know, high in like stuff. You can set it on fire.
I don't know.
Catch it before it burns.
So that about wraps it up for this show, except for one or two little things.
Well,
I just want to mention some of the things that we're going to have in the future.
In the future, yeah.
We will make fun of Mao again.
Of course.
Mao.
No.
I kind of feel like he's looking at us. I feel like he's looking on approvingly, like, yes, I was a scumbag. Why don't you tell everyone what an awful person I was?
Yes.
I think that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think we've got any listens from mainland China. We might be blocked in that country.
Yeah, we might get some from Taiwan, but we ain't getting them from mainland China.
If we're not blocked in that country, we will be after this.
This episode.
After this goes up. Well, why not, right?
Well, you figure we've got Stalin, right? He's dead. Hitler,
Yes.
he's dead. Mao, he's dead. but nobody is willing to talk about Mao. Yeah, you can get away with the other two. Everybody gets away with the other two. But the Mao guy, nobody gets away with that except for us.
Mao.
That sounds like they shot it off.
When I saw that professor had lost his job for criticizing Mao, and then I look at some of these ridiculous so-called journalists over here who are praising Mao, so-called socialists saying, "Oh, Mao, yeah, he's great. Yeah, look what he did. Yeah, look what he did. Really, morons, you know." Yeah. So that's why I said we stand with this feller whose name I can't really pronounce, Den Ziyao Chao. If you just Google professor who criticized Mao, you'll probably find it. Yeah, you'll find it.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can figure out how to pronounce the guy's name. But that's not his fault.
No, absolutely not.
His parents should have given him a little better name.
Yeah, like Smith.
Because all the people, all the Chinese people I work with, their name is always like Ron or Tom. I think they might be using a different name though.
Right, that could be a possibility. Yeah, because their name could actually be like Zen14.
Actually, it reminds me of kind of a funny story. When I used to work for BI, we used to handle a lot of people out of the country, and we had to get a lot of people from China, we call, or people who were just arriving from China. So they were having problems, and
they couldn't get on the translation.
Yeah, and then they had they didn't speak too much English. A lot of them, some of them spoke very well. Some of them spoke English better than I did. I told one guy, I was like, "Man, you speak better than I do." And was one person that they're like, "Oh, my name is Tammy." I was like, "Oh, what's your real name? Tell me your real name. I'll try and use it." I was just trying to be friendly. I was waiting for something to happen on the computer, and she tells me it, and I repeated it back, and she's like, "No. We've been to it again. Think about that." I was like, "No. So after about 2 or 3 minutes, I was like, I call you Tammy. It's probably better that way.
Her actual name was Zhangzhuang.
She had no trouble pronouncing my name, so I felt I was even more embarrassed. If she couldn't pronounce my name, at least they're like, well,
you were compelled to try.
You can call me Wee Woo Hooey or something if you want.
Wee Hooey?
Well, I've been called a lot worse, probably.
Yeah, you're being like a salesman. People, hey you.
You've heard that a couple times.
Yeah, hey you.
So anyway, let me get back to what we're going to do in the future.
Yeah, good idea.
Got the puppet shows coming.
Yeah, that's it.
Cookie Monster.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
OG Cookie Monster.
Yeah, OG, yeah.
For those who know.
Yeah.
And the shadow puppets too.
That'll be really cool.
I've got the cardboard box right on the other side of the wall right here. You've seen it.
Yeah,
it's there.
Shadow puppets.
So, yeah, we're going to be doing some cool stuff. A lot of fun stuff. We're going to try and play that bit that we meant to play now. Kind of take us out.
Yeah,
we're a little over time, but that's okay. There is no extra charge for this. This is what you get with live TV. Good TV.
Yeah, because otherwise, what would happen? If you were like on some ABC station, they go, oh, you're out in 3-4 seconds. If you run over your time, that cost you $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You screw up the weather forecast, you're screwed.
So hopefully my wife will let me know if this is messed up with the audio.
Right.
We'll get these little teething things figured out.
The first show.
So then, this is better than our other first show.
Yeah,
our first show. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
This is a lot better than that.
Yeah, because the first show we did, which was years ago, we said, "Hi, this is the first show," and we checked. There's nobody. I mean, nobody. We said, "Oh, we're having a good time doing this." Then we checked the stats. Zilch.
At least we were.
At least this way we have
probably just as well there was nobody.
Well, we have people on. We know.
Okay, so we'll be right back after this bit. Check this out, and this bit is, I never did introduce it, it is a spoof, a parody of an old-time radio broadcast. A detective series. And if we can get through the system not crashing in the next couple minutes,
we'll be okay.
We'll be all set, and then we'll say night-night. Well, we might not say night-night. We might just say goodbye. Or thanks for tuning in.
We much appreciate that. You're in our first.
Okay, here we go. Don't go away.
From Hollywood.
Cold, snowy day in November. The icicles were hanging off the outside windowsill like the death of tormented winter bums hanging around in the corner store. Yes, I opened up the detective agency early this morning. It was quiet. I was playing with a knife. Suddenly, a knock on the door. I thought to myself, quiet. Suddenly, the door swung open, and in walked the most gorgeous dame I've seen all day.
Mr. Dick, I presume?
That's Detective Dick, ma'am. Detective Dick Richards, ma'am. Come on in and have a seat, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you, Detective.
What brings a hot bird like you on a cold day like this?
Pardon me?
Sorry, ma'am. What can I do for you?
I'm being stalked by a mysterious stranger.
Have a seat, ma'am, and we'll discuss the case. She sat down in front of me and crossed her legs, and I went cross-eyed.
There's a mysterious stranger threatening my life, Detective Dick.
What's the circumstances, ma'am?
Well, my husband has just recently passed away after returning from a trip to South America where he came into a large fortune.
What kind of money are we talking about?
Gold.
Bullion? Do you have it at home, or is it in the bank?
No, he buried it somewhere, and someone thinks I know where it is.
Well, sister, that's a cute story. We're going to have to get to the bottom of this. What kind of a mind game did she think I was playing? I thought to myself. All right, miss, how much money are we talking about here?
500 million in gold.
500 million? That's a lot of cash. You could buy a lot of fancy clothes with that.
What are you trying to say? Are you going to protect me from the men in black or not?
So that's what the bad guys are wearing today? Men in black, eh?
Yes, men in black.
All right, sister, you better tell me all about it.
Well, just the other day, I received a very strange letter from my husband, which is strange because he's been dead for 2 months. And in it, he told me that he buried the gold in a certain place, and he left clues around the house to reveal the location of the gold. But I had not yet found any of them. Here's the letter right here.
What kind of clues are we talking about? Suddenly, before she could answer, the lights went out and the phone rang. Dick Richards, private eye, how can I help you? The voice on the phone was hideous.
Detective Richards?
That's what I said. What can I do for you?
Yeah, Detective, this is Colonel Eva Braun, and I am looking for a woman.
Sure, buddy, aren't we all?
Detective, you may have noticed that your lights have gone out.
Yeah, so what?
Pay very close attention, Detective. The woman in your office carries certain secrets my associates and I are anxious to retrieve. There would be a substantial monetary reward for you if you were to keep her occupied until we can get there to retrieve her.
Oh, yeah? That sounds like a dirty deal to me.
Mr. Dick, I can assure you that the reward will be substantial, but let me also assure you that failure to cooperate will result in your immediate demise. I will call you back in 1 minute.
I hung up the phone and sprang into action.
Oh, Detective, what's going on? What's going on?
Come on, sister. I'll protect you. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh,
I grabbed her by the arm, threw open the door, and ran down the back stairs.
oh, is it the man in black? Is it the man in black?
That's right, dollface. Let's get out of here. I threw open the door, and 3 guys with machine guns blocked our path.
Detective Dick Richards. I am Colonel Von Braun. Thank you for delivering the young lady into our arms. What's this?
What? I never.
Come now, Detective. My men are surrounding you. You have no chance of escaping. Detective, save me.
Well, dollface, it looks like the cards are stacked against me. Sorry. What are you going to do with her, Von Braun?
We're going to extract the information and the clues from her as to the location of the hidden gold. I don't know where there's any hidden gold. I don't know where there's any. Yes, hidden in her subconscious are the clues, and we will administer the chemicals and the practices necessary to retrieve the information.
You vicious, unscrupulous, gold-hungry snap.
No, you bastards! Keep your hands off me!
Sorry, dollface. See you later.
Oh, no! Help! No, please! No, Detective, help me! Find out what happens next. Don't forget to tune in next week to the next nail-biting episode of Detective Dick Richards, Gumshoe Crime Fighter.
Hi,
But first, a word from your announcer.
this is Damien Snod. I play a lawyer on TV, but I'm not really one. When I need legal advice, I talk to Freakum, Longtongue, Rootfish, and Goldstein. Remember, folks, the next time you get picked up for child pornography, it's Freakum, Longtongue, Rootfish, and Goldstein. So remember, friends, when you have legal trouble, it's Freakum, Longtongue, Rootfish, and...
Okay, we
Hey,
are
buddy.
back.
Hey,
So, not too bad.
that's our first live show.
Could have been worse, right?
Well, you
Well,
know,
definitely could have been worse.
Yeah. because the old shows years ago were just audio. This is our first live show, which is actually pretty great. We really think about
Yeah,
it.
this is like way
Three
more
times.
complicated to run live.
Yeah, but
If we had like a real engineer, somebody doing it on the side, and all we had to do was just say,
talk.
okay,
Yeah.
now we're doing this. Okay, now we're doing that. Yeah, we could
But-
do that, but that wouldn't be as much fun.
Look at it this way. This is something we like to do. We've done it. We've done it before in just audio format. Now we audio visual. Freaking chair. It's a blast when you really think about it, because so many people out there aren't willing to do this. They're not.
What, make fools of themselves
Yeah,
on
exactly.
the internet?
They're not willing to have a good time. They're not willing to. They're not willing to take a look at a situation that's out there in the world and goof it up, because
well,
might
we are.
we might insult somebody. Well, we've done this for so long because we've both been salesmen before. That makes a big
We're
difference.
used to insulting people.
Exactly.
Oh, we got 10 dropped frames.
Oh,
Oh, I think that's from earlier.
well. But it's such an exciting thing to do because you're out there all over the world broadcasting your stuff. There's thousands of people that are looking at what you're doing.
You sound
It's-
like an insurance salesman.
Yeah,
Everyone's watching you sell your insurance. It's so wonderful.
exactly. Because you're going to need it because they're going to bury you someday anyway. So you might as well buy it now.
So, like I said, there's a lot more stuff coming soon. Check out our Psychic Bob bits.
Absolutely. There's new stuff up. You just put those up, right?
Yep, Psychic Bob
Yeah.
bits are up. And what else can I say?
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
We really appreciate it because we're going to continue to do this and we're going to continue getting better and better just like we were
Exactly.
before.
Man, I used to like a politician, man.
I
That's
am.
funny, man. That's weird. All right, so
Send your tax dollars to us.
it's time for the outro.
Thank you very much, folks.
Tim,
Mike,
good show, Tim.
thank you very much, cousin.
Another one in the can. Amazing quality. How do we do it?
I don't know.
People are just sitting back in awe right now. They're like, oh, man, these guys are amazing.
You know that the voice of the audience?
They're so calm, too. You know, we're so calm about it. We don't,
Yeah, we're
We're
not
not
jumping out of
nervous.
we're not jumping out of 7-story windows just just for fun.
well, not on this episode. Anyway.
No, maybe next week, but definitely not this week.
All right, so not next week, next month.
Oh
I
yeah.
could not do this every week. This is crazy.
Yeah, if you do this every week,
Holy
you'd have to
cow.
have like no job at all.
So thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching this later on, thanks for popping in and checking it out.
We really appreciate the whole
If you-
situation.
If you popped in late, you can rewind.
Check out new stuff, old stuff,
So yeah, we hope you'll check
Yeah.
out our stuff
and future stuff, which is really great.
And we'll see you next month, hopefully, every third Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
Right.
Eastern Time. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. Anything else we should say? Buy war bonds? No, buy bonds.
Buy war bonds. I think it's a little outdated. Yeah, war bonds. That is like
What is that guy from Price is Right? You should say, spay and neuter your pets. Spay and neuter your cats. Or not just cats, any pets.
spay and neuter.
Guinea
You're like
pigs, I guess, if you have.
spay and neuter. You're like your iguana. There's been an infestation of iguanas, and they need to be spayed and neutered.
Absolutely.